last topic. You know, uh, what are we calling this?
Um,
Story battles. like, like,
I guess story battles. Yeah, you can call it story
like
battles.
I said, story battles. I feel like we could come up with something better than that. So basically, there was this thing we watched. It was like a YouTube video, and it kind of gave us this thought of pretty much taking characters from any type of anything when it comes to TV, movies, video games, and putting them into an alternate universe and somebody else's like reality. How would that look? How would certain things change? And does it sound good? Pretty much, like that's the whole point of this. Like, by the end of this, we're gonna see which one sounds like a better, somewhat story, like that you would want to watch. Like, you know what I mean? Um, so yeah, uh, we for this episode we chose the Teen Titans. Um, should I go first?
If you want.
This is the thing. I didn't put any pictures and shit, but I would just tell. I guess I'm gonna pretty much how we're gonna do this. So do you want to show your pictures or? Like,
It doesn't matter to me.
You can share your screen, right?
I don't know how to do that.
Okay, so pretty much I took the Teen Titans and pretty much morphed them with other characters in this series, and this is the outcome of it. So I have 3 paragraphs, and I'm gonna just kind of explain what's going on, like, you know what I mean? All right, so 16 years ago in Jump Village, a giant green demon named Huli Jing, an evil shape-shifting spirit, attacked, ravaging the landscape and only leaving death and destruction in its path. To fight off this force of nature, the leader of Jump Village, the beast of Jump Village, aka Animal Man, faced the monster head-on. Even though he put up a good fight, Animal Man could not defeat it. Running out of time, as the last resort, Animal Man came up with the way to seal the monster in the body of a young child named Garfield Uzumaki.
Oh yeah.
Of course, under the watch of the League of Kages, you know. Sealing the demon into Garfield gave him fangs, green hair, green skin, which made him an obvious loner / outsider, you know, because of the damage the demon did when it attacked. Despite how bad he was treated his whole life growing up, even though he really didn't understand why, he strived to be like and look up to by becoming a licensed hero. After graduating the Legion Academy of Superheroes, then becoming the Kage of Jump Village. All right, so this is the next one. After all the exhausting trials, Garfield managed to get accepted into the Legion Academy, even though most students made sure that Garfield knew he was not wanted there. Victor Akamichi, aka the Cyborg, knew how it felt to be mistreated and decided to be friends with Garfield. You see, Victor was once a very popular student, also had the highest IQ in the class history, only second to his father. But one fateful night, while his father was working on a new power source for Jump City in their basement, Victor went to bring his father a quick drink and something went wrong and it exploded. And Victor and his father were caught in the explosion. His father managed to make it out with a couple broken bones, but Victor was pretty much mutilated by the shrapnel. In the last attempt to save him, his son, he used the new technology as a power source and crafted him a new body. Even though it made him a robot-human hybrid with technological advances, students didn't think he earned his position because of his robotic enhancements, you know? So And this is the last one. Um, so pretty much this is like what that was like setting up. Like if the show was to start now, this is like the first episode, kind of explaining what's going to happen from here on, type shit. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Okay. So. You know, it's basically now it's over. You know, the first major exam is a battle royale with the team last standing gaining the most points for the first half of the semester. The class professor Bruce Hatake, aka the Batman, told the class to form into groups of 5. Garfield already knew he had Victor on his side, but was finding all the other students teaming up quickly. With people not wanting to join his squad, the professor chose 3 classmates with the highest scores in the class. Dick Uchiha, who was an orphan that was raised by Bruce, the only person who has been accepted into the academy without any powers, but the best strategist in hand-to-hand combat in his class. There's Coriander Haruno, a foreign exchange student from the city hidden in the stars. The people from there are a specific race who can use sun rays to redirect it into beams of energy. Very like she's like very school smart, but like, you know, she lacks common sense. And lastly, Raven Nara, whose father is one of the biggest villains in Jump City and whose mother was a hero. That conflict between her like makes her bipolar, like, you know what I mean, she has bipolar tendencies, and it makes her kind of like a shy person. So from there on, they're basically team 17. You know, so it's basically them versus the school with a double agent in there by the horrendous Slade Orochimaru. You know, snake stroke. You know? But yeah, so that's basically how I kind of put it. It was more like combining the stories with certain aspects. Like I feel like some of the things that actually makes sense is like if they did put like in Naruto, when they sealed the demon into him, he had like the scars on his face or whatever, the scratches. Like if they sealed like the demon Huli Jing, that's a real spirit. Like I looked it up and shit, and it shape shifts and shit. So like that's adding in his ability to shapeshift. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What's it called? Also like what's it called? I was thinking more like, yeah, that's why he would even be green in the first place. You know what I mean? Like he looks completely different from everybody else. You know. And another smart thing I liked that I did was making I was like, who can I make Sasuke? So I was thinking Dick, and I was fusing him. I fused him pretty much with Rock Lee. Like, you know what I mean? Like they didn't have any abilities, but I feel like, and the fact that Sasuke and what's his name? Gonna go with the eye.
Kakashi,
yeah. Sasuke and Kakashi link up. You know what I mean? Batman and Brute and Dick link up. Like I thought that was a pretty cool thing that I did with this story. You know what I mean? But yeah. That's all I have.
you did a really good. Like you actually like were mixing like that, like the actual Naruto characters with the Teen Titan characters. Yeah. What I did was kind of like totally different. I basically like put the Teen Titan characters in that world. Like
I had a feeling like that's how shit was gonna be, but I didn't think it was gonna really be like that.
Yeah, I did it in a way like, yo, how would these characters come to be in this world? That's how I was doing it. Okay, so this is I'm also doing Teen Titans, but I'm doing it in One Piece universe.
I thought he was doing it in Pirates of the Caribbean.
He said that. I'll be funny though.
Yeah.
All right. In the East Blue Sea, located at Goya Kingdom, came a boy named D. Grayson. His family owned a circus for the kingdom, but to the fell to their deaths during a herd of bandits burning down the tents during their raid. Grayson was all alone, lost in despair, until he had met the Gotham pirates. Captain Wayne became his mentor, who taught him the way of combat and defeat his enemies through intelligence. Grayson was unable to travel with the Gotham pirates when they had departed but was given a red custom made pirate jacket with a huge emblem of a robin that rested on the back. During that time Wayne had left, he had found out that the bandits who came to the city were working for a warlord named Slade, who sought to take control of the city along the of the city. Along the way, Grayson, known as Captain Robin, had formed the Titans to protect the people all across the Grand Line, to put a stop to Slade's grand plan. The several friends that formed were his first mate, Beast Boy, the teen who became a beast, the child that was brought to Punk Hazard far damn, I'm messing up. Punk Hazard far
Far out.
oh, for his ill sickness. Through traveling the seas of the Grand Line, his parents passed.
You skipped the line.
I did.
Yo, Beast Boy, the teen who became the beast, the child that was brought to Punk Hazard, far out across the Grand Line in order to be saved from his ill sickness.
Through traveling the seas of the Grand Line, his parents passed due to the shipwreck. After leaving the child with Caesar the Clown, undercover evil scientists who helped Doflamingo sell fake devil fruits. And then Cyborg, the humanoid who was created by scientist Dr. Vega, a head scientist in the Navy Marines under the Project Weapon P located in Impel Down, in the hopes of creating the obedient servant to hunt down pirates. He has the abilities to have super strength, hand cannons, and the ability to fly. He too remembered what it was like to be human, but with no recollection what happened to his family. Raven, the mysterious girl who was said to once work under the Sea Warlord Gecko Moria, after stealing the Grandma 66 -1 prototype suit. During her time with Gecko, she was under his control after he had taken her shadow, but was freed after Monkey D. Luffy battled with Gecko, which released many souls during her time off. During I'm messing up again. Luffy battle with Gecko released many souls. During her time off Troller Bark, she was found by Captain Robin and joined his crew. And then this is Starfire, the mink who was kept at Sky Pier due to adultery that took place in Zao. Starfire is the half giant and mink who is one of the Emperors of the Sea's lost daughter, Big Mama. Daughter Big Mama. Since Big Mama has many children, Starfire was sent away because she was not accepted by the Minks due to racial differences. Her father, whose name was Dragor Fire, was the last. Dragon was the messing up again. Fire was the last dragon mink that lived, who Big Mother fell in love with. Starfire, like any mink, had the majority of human features, but orange scale skin. In some parts of her body, all minks are able to produce electricity because of the rare bloodline. She has the ability to shoot green embers and fire and holds the strength of a giant. These pirates have joined forces to be better than their past, but also put a stop to a man who holds ties that led to each of their individual despair, Slade. And then that's how I ended it. I thought it was pretty good, but I wish I was good on the reading part.
And I liked it. I liked it. I liked it. I liked the idea. I was literally scrolling through so I can kind of see what he was thinking. It's funny how you can find pictures of the Titans pirates. Like, it's just so random.
Yeah, I was just searching it up. Yeah, but there's like a lot of history to it. I feel like because One Piece has like a lot of history, so like you can pretty much do anything. Like that, the Emperor Big Mama has like thousands of kids, so like Starfire could easily be one of the kids. Yeah, and then like the Minks, they have the ability to use electricity, but the whole thing I was trying to do is like, oh, she was like a special Mink, like a dragon. Like she was like part dragon, because Minks are like creatures that are half human, half basically animal.
That would make sense. First off, yeah, okay. I like it. I like it. I don't know, man. I feel like my shit. I was dripping on my shit. You know what I mean?
I think my shit was fresh.
I think I was really going to like, you know, like I feel like nah, we should definitely combine our two. The way we think it was just it was a good like story both ends. Like, you know what I mean? But mine was just more like if they were the characters, like, you know what I mean? It was like if they were in there.
Yeah, I had a lot more in there, but I was like, yo, this is gonna be way too long, so I shortened it as much as I can.
Or I could have went longer, but I only had three characters. Like,
I was trying to make it somewhat similar to the characters back, so like especially with Beast Boy, because didn't his parents die from a flood or something like that?
I don't know about a flood, but I just know it's like idiotic sickness.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what would you rate my story?
I would give it a 4. I would say like I can see that happening. Like, I can see it, like I can see an Naruto version of Teen Titans.
Right? Like, and instead of it's like it's a 3-team thing, it's like a 5-team thing. Like,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you know how in the TV show, there was like Titans East.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I mean? You can have that the other squad and like you can really dive deep into like, and then I made the League of Kages. So like they would each have like their own city type thing to protect. I feel like that would be really cool to travel. But the Superman's like land.
Yeah.
So, like, you know what I mean? I wanted Batman to be in the League of Kages, but I feel like he's like a teacher too. Like, you know what I mean?
I basically made Batman Shanks.
Yeah, that's a smart idea though. That's a smart idea, but it's just so Robin's just a regular nigga.
Shanks is just a regular person, technically.
I'm saying like Robin's just a regular nigga. Like he didn't even get the training.
No, he did get the training from Batman.
Shanks trained thing?
No, he didn't, but in this one he did. Before he left the island. He's basically like a mentor to Luffy, kind of. So he kind of did a little bit, but like not like that. I just made it so that like Batman really trained him in this world.
Oh, so like he was with him.
Like he trained him for a little while, and then he left. Yeah.
Did you explain how they all link up?
So
or they just saying they link up and these other people that are here. You know
yeah, the only person I actually explained that linked up with Luffy was Raven, and then I just said the rest of them were just like they linked up, but I didn't explain how they linked up. But it has to involve Slade. That's why I said in the end, I'm saying these pirates have joined forces to be better than their past, but also put us up to a man who holds tides that led each of their individual spirits, Slade. So Slade is the whole concept in mind is like Slade is the reason why it became the way they are. So like the overall ending is like they're all gonna find out that Slade took part of everything that happened to them. So my thoughts were like Slade for Beast Boy. So Project Smile, like season clown. He's like he makes his fake devil fruits for Doflamingo, and Doflamingo sells them to warlords and stuff like that. So the main purpose was that like the devil fruit that they were making, that they experimented on Beast Boy was for Slade. So that's how Beast Boy's gonna get involved with Robin. Raven. Raven, she stole the Gamma 66 suit, -1. It's not really real, but you see those guys right there with the numbers on them. Like each suit kind of gives them like their own special ability. So Slade was going after her suit, but she just happened to get it first. So that's how she's tied with Slade, basically. And then so big Starfire, she's basically Big Mama's daughter in this one. The reason why she's involved with Slade is because she has to leave Skypiea because Slade is after her blood because he wants to use it. He wants to give it to Caesar the Clown. So Caesar the Clown can use the blood to make his own type of subordinates. So I really thought about it, but I just couldn't put all of that in there because I feel like it was way too much.
Yeah, I thought about it too. Like, you remember the episode of Teen Titans where like Beast Boy got like cursed and he turned into like this big ass monster? Like it was like a wildebeest.
Oh yeah, I remember that episode. Yeah,
I was gonna say like that's just like that's his form, like you know what I mean? Like you like I was gonna really think like you know how Naruto found the scroll for where he could make clones of himself. The scroll he found is like he could transform into animals. Like you know what I mean? Like I was really gonna go deep into that shit. Like I was gonna add in sprinkle a little bit of like My Hero, like like cool. They like each other, so I could have added like Tara, like she could have been in the background, like and then, like the whole time she was like the spy and the shit. Like I really could have went crazy with it. Like and then the what's it called? When I wasn't thinking about Gara, but like, I don't know. I could have thought of something. What's it called? Sandman or Clayface or some shit. But fighting the Kages, the Orochimaru fought the Kages. Like I could have really like saves. Like yeah, like I don't want to go too nuts. But, yeah.
And then with Cyborg, his story kind of explains itself. Like
literally,
he's programmed to capture pirates, but like he ends up meeting like Robin. That's how he's gonna meet Robin. He's gonna try to attack.
It's like his own.
Yeah.
That's what I kind of made this. But I made my Cyborg fucking what's his name? Choji, pretty much. And he's he looks like he's bigger than everybody. Like you know what I mean? People but the way they look at him, like you're just a smart nigga. Like you know, like just like Choji, you're just a bad nigga. Like you're not nothing else. You know?
And I gave all of them kind of like their own jobs. Like these boys like the first mate, like he's kind of like the vice captain. Obviously Robin's the captain. Cyborg's the cook, because you know how I always see Cyborg cooking. He's like the shipwreck, the guy that builds the ship. And Raven's like the historian, because I feel like Raven just gives off that like historic vibe. And then Starfire is like the navigator, because he keeps the sky, like the sky piece. She kind of knows everything that's going on the
Wasn't she walked away?
Huh?
I thought she said she was walked away.
She wasn't locked away. She was sent to Skypiea to hide the act of adultery.
Yeah. So wait, was she like orphaned? You know what I mean?
Basically, yeah. She was sent up there by her father to Skypiea.
So she like a street urchin? You know what I mean? Like how would
she's half giant and half mink.
I know, but I'm saying like, when I say that, I'm talking about like, she knows like the streets and shit. Like you know what I mean? Like she was sleeping on the floor type shit. You know what I mean? Like
I wouldn't say that. I would say she was well taken care of. She was well taken care of in Skypiea. Because
so how would she know everything? Oh, because she was like a celebrity or something.
She's like well educated. She's like well educated on the sea. Because people of high rank in One Piece, they get like if you're like a royal blood, you have to know the knowledge of all the lands. So since she's up there and she's a royal blood, basically they're treating her as if she's like a princess. You know what I mean? It's just one of those type of things.
I dig it. I can respect it. Oh, yeah, I give you this before as well. It's well thought out story. But I feel like this is a smart idea. But once we like tighten it, make it like a better, more cohesive thing, and the pictures do add more to it, like so you can actually understand what you're talking. Yeah. All right. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I got it all today.
Yeah. I was like, yo, if someone that doesn't know the One Piece story, bro, they ain't gonna like, bro, so what does that even mean? It's one of those
exactly. That's why my story, I basically explained everything. Like, you know what I mean? Pretty much, like, when I was texting you about it, I was like, something like, you can put it, like, the back of the book. Like, what is this book? What is this shit about? You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, Robin didn't really sound like a protagonist. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I had to really explain, like, who we're following. That's why I said, you can make anybody the protagonist. Like, you know what I mean? That's why I said, I'll make these people the protagonists, because it just, I can't see Robin as, like, not Naruto, like, you know what I mean? So, it just, once I put those two together, everything just makes sense. Everything just makes sense.
And I wasn't trying to do the thing where, like, I could easily give everyone, like, a devil fruit power, but I feel like that would be whack. That's why
it would change the story completely, like, them as characters. You know? But, I hear it.
I was just trying to find a way to give people, like, powers while giving them the devil fruit.
You should have gave Beast Boy a devil fruit. It would have made sense.
He basically has a devil fruit, but it's just
I thought he was like isn't the picture you put up was Chopper?
Yeah, I have him as like a chopper. He can turn into. He's basically his powers. He can turn into beast, like beast, any type of sea beast of the sea. But he can turn into any animal. But he does get a devil fruit, so he gets So he's one of Caesar the Clown. He's the guy that's making fake devil fruits for Doflamingo. So he's getting the whole concept is like for his illness. He was brought over there in the thoughts of like being helped, but was just used as one of the children for experiment. And he got the devil fruit. The devil fruit's not perfect, which is why his skin's all green, and he can't really like he doesn't have like regular skin or anything like that because it was a fake devil fruit.
Alright. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah.
I don't know how I found this Batman one. I was like, what?
Yeah. Nah. Bro, Batman's been everything.
I was like,
everything. Yeah, he's been everything.
I couldn't find shit for Robin. That's why I picked this thing.
It made sense. I got what you're saying.
The Starfire in the Raven looks like the freshest one.
Glamour of wearing diamonds. Diamonds bring status, elegance, and prestige. Their brilliance makes